All right, what's going on, guys? Today we're covering the RangeForce Cybersecurity Awareness Month of October 2021 Challenge Series. They have the network forensics and the reverse engineering community challenges up, but today we're going to be doing the network forensics. Click into it. It's got about 5 mods, each take anywhere from half an hour to 1 hour to complete. We're just going to start with PCAP Forensics 2. I've run through this once and I thought it was pretty good, so should record it and share it out. So the first mod here looks like Wireshark Customization. We're going to be setting some columns and time settings. So the first step was setting column preferences. So we have 2 columns to set, host and server name. And then we do some time display formats. So first step is open the DryDex PCAP file and set the columns. So if we set the columns, it looks like it went to edit menu, preferences, appearance, and then columns. So we'll go there. Click the plus sign. And the first one that we're setting is host. Type is going to be custom. And then the fields are given to you. It's HTTP host. And we'll add the second column. It's going to be server name. Also going to be custom. And I'm actually going to copy and paste this because I am lazy. And throw it in the fields. Click OK. Cool, column set. Let's do the time display. Oh, it says recently put them in after the length column, so we'll just go ahead and fix that real quick. Just drag and drop right after length. Okay. Let's do the time display format. It's just going to view and time display format. Looks like we want to do UTC date and time of day and set the time display format precision to seconds. So view, time display format, UTC date and time of day. And then we'll go back in and set the seconds. Well, let's just check everything. This is where RangeForce gets a little glitchy. Just go back in, make sure you've set everything in the right spot. Make sure all your columns are correct. Close out Wireshark. Just go in and check it again. Overall, RangeForce I think is a pretty good platform to use, but it does get a little glitchy in times like these. Check the time and date format again. And there you go. It just went green. Okay, so we can move on to the next step. Display filter buttons. So all we're doing here is adding a custom filter. We're going to have HTTP request, DNS, and filtered on the client hello message. So that's pretty easy. We just type, actually copy this one again, just lazy. So HTTP request or DNS or the client hello. Add the plus button. It said you can give it any name you want, so I'm just going to call it my filter. Click OK. And now we have a custom display button. Next. Malware Analysis. So now we actually have to look at this PCAP and figure out some of the questions. So the first one is, what was the host name? The host server of the that the victim's device connected to. So let me just open up this PCAP, the DryDex one. I'm going to apply my filter because they wouldn't have us make a filter if we weren't going to use it. So what is the name of the malicious host server that the victim's device connected to? What time did it establish the connection? Okay, So my general go-to is I always go to statistics, conversations, IPv4, filter on the most amount of bytes, pick the top one or two, select, apply as filter, A to B, sure, and I start taking a look there. So I'm looking for a malicious domain, anything that looks suspicious. I know it's going to be one of the green web traffic, TLS, HTTP, one of those. So I kind of just sort on info, and I see all of these connected domains. And right there, Ubadrium, that's, it's bad. So if I could type, well, let's just check that one. And that is the device that they connected to. Next question was, what time did they establish this connection? So I just want to be sure that this is the first time and the only connect packet that I see. So I filtered by the actual order of the packets by numbers. And I see there's no prior requests to that. Above it, I see the three-way handshake right there. So I'm confident to just select that same packet's time. And looks like 8:31, expand the time field, 51. So we'll throw that in. What was the additional malicious domain that they tried to connect to? So if you just check the one right above it, that's kind of my first attempt. I see a DNS query request to peronatus.com. So that's my first guess. Just following the order of the packets. So we'll throw that in. Peronatus.com. Cool. On to the next one. So this one is just adding the TLS log file. It's the key log file, so we can read the encrypted traffic. This will decrypt it for us and allow us to get the answers that they're asking for. So just go into protocols, just type in TLS, and then it's right there. Just add the TLS key log file. Click OK. And now our TLS traffic should be decrypted. What was the GET request made to the malicious website? If there's one filter I've ever known in Wireshark, it's always how to filter on GET requests. So HTTP request.method equals GET. The GET does need to be capitalized. So run that, and we see only 2 for this entire packet capture file. And we want the ubadrium.com. I see the GET request there. I'm just trying to figure out how to copy it out. So it's going to be in the details. Just right click, copy as plain text, paste it in, clean it up a little bit, and there you go. What was the HTML title of the response? Okay, so I need to find the information about the website. I see it there. I don't see any HTML though, so I'm looking. Eventually I just right click, follow HTTP stream, and there's my HTML. And I see the title, 502 bad gateway, so I just copy that and throw it in. Next. ICMP tunneling analysis. That's pretty cool. So let's see if we can figure this one out. So we have to work with the other PCAP file, the tunneling one. Open this. Clear the filters. What is the packet percentage of ICMP protocol in this capture file? Okay, so it says to go to protocol hierarchy under statistics. So we'll open that up. And I know I'm looking for ICMP. And right there, 7.9%. Okay, pretty straightforward. Using ICMP and data.len greater than 60, display filter, help you narrow down your search area. Okay, so we're looking for export objects. I'll just throw on this filter and keep it up there. Investigate export objects window. What was the name of the downloaded tool that facilitated ICMP tunneling? Okay, let's just check export objects first. So I believe it's under File, Export Objects. Obviously, I'm going to select HTTP. Ooh, a bunch of files. Okay, immediately just sort by file name. Well, we see one with ICMP in it. So ICMP.sh.exe. Kitten is sus, but not an executable. So I don't know what that. So throw ICMP right in. Malicious actor is able to view the contents of mypassword.txt file. What was the password for gmail.com? Okay, so pretty easy to sort on strings in Wireshark. So that was my first thought. I know I would see gmail.com and ASCII down below. So that was kind of my thought process. Just going to enter a string value of Gmail. And I know I want to put it in to search on packet bytes. And if I could spell Gmail correctly and rerun it, there is my packet. And there is the password. So now I'm just trying to figure out how to copy it. I didn't want to copy all of this, but I ended up doing that anyways. Copy as printable text. Paste it in. Clean it up. And there you go. Okay, so end of first mod. Not too bad. Always 5 stars because we appreciate the RangeForce free challenges. Pretty cool. You get a little credly badge from them. So these are definitely worth doing. We'll start the investigations with Wireshark. Some more Wireshark stuff. So go ahead and get started. So it looks like it just goes over capture options, setting different times for Wireshark to collect on a remote capture on a remote SSH server. So it gives you all the information that you need to input. So first we'll set the capture options, just capture options, and then it said 40 seconds. Check that box, click close. And then we have to set the remote capture setting. So just click that little gear icon. The IP address is 192.168.6.2, port 22, student. Private key, it says that file is located in home student.ssh ID student. Browse to there. Oops, gotta show hidden files. Go into the SSH folder. And there's our ID student. So select that, click open. What else? The interface, ENP1S9, change that. And use sudo on the remote machine. All right, looks good. Tells me where to save the file. So let's click start, and this should execute for only 40 seconds or less. And then it says save the captured traffic to home student documents, call it remote. So get that going, and it says to use capinfos, capinfos, however you pronounce that. So just pulled up my terminal there, and I'm just waiting for this capture to finish. All right. Bluefin is back. We'll do file, save as, student, documents, call it remote, and save. And now we'll use capinfos, figure out where I am. Got to go into documents. And there's my pcat file. Run capinfos on it. Might take a second. And then we shall answer the questions. So first question up there. File size, okay, and capture duration. So let's look for file size. I see that it's 979 megabytes. Capture duration, 39.4 seconds. So throw in 39. And there we go. This one's just going to have us change the default remote capture filter. So I'll take this, copy it again for 40 seconds. Same settings on the remote server. So I'll close this one, capture options again, set it to 40 seconds. It will set back to 60 seconds. So just make sure you're resetting that every time. Click close. So same as previous step, but we need to change the default remote capture filter to this new one. So click the gear icon again. Everything is the same except for this. I'm going to select all of this, delete it, paste in the new one, and start. Okay, so this should run for 40 seconds or less. We'll run cap infos on it, and it looks like we have the same questions there. All right, green fin is done. We have the blue one back, so 37. Save as. We want to call it filtered in the same path. Click save. And we should see it here. There it is. Cap infos, unfiltered. So for the file size and capture duration. So 1419 kilobytes and duration 38.68 or 60 seconds. So I am dyslexic. Oh, just picked the wrong line. 38. Whoop, my bad. Okay, next. Attack investigation. Sounds cool. Let's just look at the steps. Brute force investigation. Investigate the captured network traffic and answer the questions. Oh god. Okay. Let's give this the old college try. First, I'm just going to expand this so it's not as ugly to read. That looks like a SYN flood off the bat. Okay. Brute forcing. All I see is a SYN flood. Fin reset. I don't see any packet above that. I'm just scrolling, seeing kind of what I have. Okay, what service is being brute forced? What user is being attacked? Okay. Scrolling. Click into the different colors. I see some FTP here. Oh, right here. I see password attempts. Okay, so just sort by protocol. I'm looking at FTP. Clearly that is the service, so put that in. See a lot of usernames and password attempts there. User, Rickroll. Boy, if that's not it, we'll keep looking, but that's probably a good guess to start with. Just a bunch of attempts here for the password of the user Rickroll, so throw that in. What was the successful password? All right, follow this stream. Login incorrect. Great. These are all the wrong passwords. Okay, so incorrect. It's kind of hoping to just get lucky here and see a success somewhere close to it, but I'm not going to spend a bunch of time rolling through all of these, so I'm probably just going to make a filter. And you could do that again like we did for Gmail, just Control F. Lots and lots of passwords. These are all incorrect. A bunch of attempts. Login incorrect. I'm just searching. All right, let's set the filter. Just click in there, Control F. I'm just going to look for a success. It's going to be a string value, and I want it to be displayed in the packet list. Boom. Login successful. Okay, now where's the password? File TCP stream. Peanut. There it is. Okay. It probably took longer than it needed to, but peanut. What is the IP address of the attacker? Okay, that's kind of easy. So 99.99.99 right there. Throw that in. Cool. On to the next one. Port scan investigation. Okay, what does the port scan, what's the source IP? All right, and what type of Nmap port scan is being run? Which TCP bit is set? All right. Well, that's the SYN flood. I see a fin and a reset. If I saw a lot of those together, oh, okay, now I am seeing a lot of them. Be a fin scan for the Nmap is what I see, but usually they're like all right after each other. There's just a lot of SYN flood on top of a fin scan. I don't know. FinAC. The fin reset ACK is what I would notice though. Just looking at the column on the side, I want to see if I had more gray and red there, but we can give it a shot. So my guess would be fin scan based off the fin reset ACK. Okay. Where does the port scan come from? Looks like the 66 guy right there. All right, flood investigation. What flood attack is currently happening? Okay, I've been saying SYN flood this whole time. I think that's what I'm looking at. Bunch of SYN packets going to port 80 there. Bunch of different source IPs. So SYN, TCP segment length. Okay, we can just look at the packet details to figure that one out. Just click on one of the SYN packets. Look at TCP. Drop that down. Length is 0. Scroll on this. Good lord. Okay. TCP segment length 0. So 0. Which port? Again, pretty obvious that it's 80, but see it in the details as well. Again, source port 80. Destination port 80. Okay. Pretty sure it's 80. Cool. Nice. So investigations with Wireshark, second mod, always 5 stars. Appreciate the RangeForce for putting this together. And let's move on to TCP Dump. God, this one, not a TCP Dump SME by any means, but we'll try and make it through this one. I know I spent a lot of time going through it on the first time, but we'll see what we remember. That's the great thing about RangeForce. You can go back in and attempt these as many times as you like to refresh your skill or redo a mod that maybe you struggled with. So first thing it wants us to do is SSH into the firewall. So SSH student at firewall. Run TCP dump with the ICMP protocol filter. So it looks like just TCP dump ICMP. Oop. Gotta put sudo in front of that. Okay. That is running. What is the host IP address that sends the ICMP packets? I literally only see one IP here. The 88 guy. Cool. Should be it. All right. Looking optimistic here. Web requests. So now we're going to filter on TCP port 80 and submit any of the IP addresses that have been captured on port 80. Okay. So we'll do sudo TCP dump port 80 and any of the IPs. All right. So I'll just control C it and pick the first one I see. So 66. Cool. What else was in here? I see an 88. 88, 88. See if it takes that. Nice. Okay. Verbosity level. So see what comes back with different intensity levels. Okay, we want to be grepping on user agent. What is the IP address of the client with the Windows user agent request header? Good lord. Okay, we'll give it a shot. So let's see. I want to be verbose, I guess. Grep user agent. We'll let that run. IP address of the client. Okay. Well, we do want to be looking at HTTP, so let me cancel that. Put this back up. Put in the attack V here. And then again, grep for user agent. Let that run. Okay, nothing. Didn't put a dash in there, my god. Okay, here we go. IP address. What do we got? Am I blind? I don't see anything. Okay. Let's do double V. Super verbose. Give me all the details. Still grepping on user agent. Nothing. I still don't see an IP address. Okay. TCP dump. Good lord. I know I'm looking for the IP address of the Windows, so I'm just going to grep for Windows NT, give that a shot, see what comes back. Yeah, just the same one. Okay, well, that was dumb. What do they want us to do? God, this is frustrating. Okay. Just filter on everything. Still nothing. Well, okay. At this point, I don't know what additional steps I'm supposed to be doing. Getting a little stuck here. I find it with grep to user agent. I'm just like rereading to make sure I understood everything. Yep, we're going to have to get the hints going. Okay, I did that. TCP grep. Oh, I'm using the wrong switch options. Okay. So copy that and throw it in. Nope. Attack B. Invalid packet buffer size. Oh, change to user agent. Oh, God. Okay. Clearly, I don't know how to write TCP dump syntax. Oh, good lord. This is terrible. Tac. Okay, I still don't get it. Oh, Jesus. Solution. Oh, I was putting in the wrong spot. Good lord. That's what's nice about RangeForce. You're not gonna get them all. Do your best. At least you're learning something. Clearly, I don't know where to put my filters. And there we go. Now we are looking for the Windows machine. So there's my Windows NT. Go up and grab that IP. And it's the, looks like, the 99 guy. Well, sorry that took so long, but again, I'm not perfect. Still learning, so glad the hints and solution are there. Decoding the output. Oh, God. Reading packet contents. Okay, it says set the attack A flag to read packet contents. So I'm just going to copy and paste it in like it said to do. After the command is complete, access the page using HTTP. What? What is the IP address? Oh, good lord. Not confident about this at all, but we'll give it the old college try. God. All right. I literally have no idea what to do, but God. Okay, so I let it run, and I'm just going to start reading it. Let's just go to the website. Open that link. Okay, I'm at the web page. I was doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, just trying to look at the web page, get some information. Literally all over the place. Pretty bad. Definitely was not sure what I was supposed to be doing. Closed out of it. Checked out different pages. The information was getting nothing. Rereading the instructions a bunch of times. IP address of the client. And then I was like, okay, we got to look at the solution. And clearly I had no idea how to do any of that. So I took the L on this one. But yeah. Tried to read through it, make sense of it. But went off the solution, started guessing any IPs that I saw, and one just happened to work. So, sorry, someone smarter than me, please help. Leave a comment what you did. That'd be helpful. Let's move on to detecting privilege escalation. So, it says we're going to be using Splunk. Log in with those credentials, admin RangeForce. Did that. Find the compromised user. Looks like they modified the passwd file. Okay, so off the bat, I notice on the home desktop, that's the alert, suspicious event, that file. So I'm going to open that in a search on the new page and just kind of keep it there. I see the UID is 1002. Okay, let's start searching. And our question is, what is the name of the user with UID 1002? So I don't know where their data is, but I'll just start searching. Put it in verbose mode for 1002 and see what users come back. So I'm looking for a user field. I see account right here, Victor and Scanner. I don't know what Scanner is, but throw in Victor, give it a shot. Cool. What do the SSH logs indicate? Do they indicate anything suspicious? Okay. Let's figure out where the SSH logs are. Click into those. Anything suspicious. Session closed. Okay. Session closed. Session open. Session closed. Session closed. Disconnect. Okay, so based off of the alert and sessions open and close, I'm going to guess password guessing attack. Pretty straightforward. And the next question. His IP address. Just threw in Victor. That's not loop back question mark, so copy that one. Put that in. See if it's correct. Cool. Next. What file did the attacker download over HTTPS? Okay. For sure that'd be in audit logs. File HTTPS. Okay. Literally just going to put in HTTPS. No results. All right. HTTP. None. All right. Let's drop Victor. Put in HTTPS again. Okay, cool. We only get 2. So that is curl. That one looks like it was successful. Went out to GitHub. linenum.sh. Copy that. The one below is a wget. Looks like it timed out. Was not successful. Tried that one first. Didn't grab it. So we'll put in this sh file. Oop, an L. Cool. What account did the attacker switch to using the SU, switch user command? All right, let me go back, start looking at everything. I'll go into the audit logs. And I'm just looking at each packet, looking at the fields. I know I'm looking for when he switched accounts, so put in a filter of his UID, hostname, question mark, okay. What account did they switch to once they had access? Okay. Oh, well, the only other account I see is scanner. That's probably it, but let's see if we can get there through something that Splunk shows us. See what other UIDs are out there. So 1002, that's where I'm looking, filtering on the SU. Looking for another account anywhere. File change, bin CP, I see that packet. Okay. Try something else. I'll just search for SU. Question mark, SU localhost, account Victor. Oh, there it is right there. Session opened, account scanner. So, okay, now I'm super confident it's scanner. And move on to the next one. Further investigation. Open a terminal and log into the victim machine with SSH. What important file did the attacker modify after gaining elevated privileges? All right. Pretty much in the alert, but we'll go take a look. Okay, now we're in the victim machine. It says elevate privileges to root. So sudo attack I. Investigate the system and answer the questions. Okay. What important file? Literally was like, where am I? Do I have anything here? No. It's the attacker's machine, so I was like, let me just run a history. And that is the file. Authorized keys. Okay, pretty straightforward. Mitigation. Fix the vulnerability in the system and undo the changes that the attacker made. Fix the vulnerability that the attacker used to escalate privileges and undo the changes in etc passwd. All right, I'll probably start there. Moving to the directory. I want to edit the passwd file. Clearly, I think it's pwd because I'm special. So I look at it again. It's etc passwd. Go into VI. Look for his entry. We'll scroll to the bottom. There's scanner. I'm going to delete that one. Cool. Escape, WQ bang. All right. Nice. I did one. Fix the vulnerability. Okay. Let's lock down the file. Was my first thought. That wasn't right. Let's try the other one. Fix the authorized key file. Go back to this one. Kind of all over the place on this one, but moving around. Literally, clearly I don't know my read, write, execute chmod filters, but I see on the previous alert they were using bin CP to do this, so I was like, let me delete that. Clearly wrong. Wanted to change permissions on bin CP instead, so goofed that because I just deleted it. I would have to redo the mod, so it's too bad. Tried to do the whole thing, change the passwd file again. Really just butchering this whole objective here slowly but surely. Happens, it's okay. Clearly, I see the correct solution was chmod the entire directory instead of just deleting the file. So, whoops, my bad. Deleted CP. we would have to redo it. Let's try this one, undo the changes. So I'll just go into VI, figure that out. And this is me like deleting everything. Bang. That did not work. Ask for the hint. You can use Vim or Nano. Clearly I'm in VI, so not the best editor to use, but had to look at the solution for this one too. Absolutely no idea what the hell this is telling me to do, so big L on that one, the second half, but good lord. Let's go back to Splunk and go into the brute force detection one. All right. Log back into Splunk and search for that string. So we'll log in with admin RangeForce. And what are we trying to do? Search for the string error invalid login credentials for user. Okay. And extract the field source IP. All right. I know how to extract fields. Easy day. Just go in here. Any index, I guess. I don't know where they put their data. It was already coded. My bad. Put it in verbose. Search. All right. There's the source IP, the 44. So just drop down on one. Event actions. Extract fields. I'll go with regex extraction. I'm going to highlight the IP because that is the field I want to extract. And they wanted me to call it source_IP. Add extraction. Click through it. Make sure they're all extracting with the green check mark. Click next. Finish. All right. Success. All right. That one was pretty easy. Move to the next one. Create the Splunk search. Okay. Execute a search that finds invalid login attempts by IP address. So they give you this example here. So I will literally copy it and paste it and change it on more than 20. And instead of count by host, it will be count by source IP. So let me put an index in here. This will be source IP. And then they said greater than 20. We'll run that. Cool. Next. Thank God Splunk is a lot easier. Set up IP banning using an alert. Okay, so now we're creating an alert based off of that search. Here are all the settings that they want us to put on it. So save as alert. Title is going to be brute force. Private permissions, they want it to be in real time. Expires we can leave. Trigger alert when number of results are greater than 0 in 2 minutes. Trigger for each result. We are going to throttle this and trigger every 2 minutes. Trigger actions, they want the webhook, so we'll do that one first. And the URL they want to go to is this, firewall/lab/ban. Throw that in there. And they also wanted the other action of add to triggered alerts with a severity of medium. So we'll save it. Oh, clearly I have an error. All right, just go up. Oh, I didn't put in source IP. My bad. Okay, view alert. Looks good. 5 stars because we always love the RangeForce. But again, a great little community challenge. Hope you learned a lot, and we'll see you in the next one.